I'm Tajh Sutton, and I am a mother, published writer and model, budding entrepreneur, and performance artist. My purpose is to advocate for marginalized people. Me being a Black woman, that's my focus. Me being a mom, children are also my focus. So I just try to use my lived experience and my natural abilities to move toward those goals. I've been working in childcare and youth development for 14 years, and I recently left my job to pursue establishing my nonprofit within the community. It's called Young People of Color Incorporated, and it aims to foster critical thinking, empowerment, and creativity. I've also moved into creating culturally competent curriculum for multi-ethnic classrooms because a lot of times we focus on us, and that's great. We need to do that. But we also, because gentrification isn't going anywhere, we need to arm other people's kids with the tools to help us advocate for those whose voices are often blocked out or erased. I think we've all had lots of trying times. Something I'm struggling with is using my voice as authentically as possible. I left my job March 7th of this year to pursue my community organizing and youth advocacy endeavors, and I've also begun freelance writing, and I've been published at Blavity, at Fort Harriet, at Huffington Post, Black Voices, which is very exciting. And the feedback has been mostly positive, but I'm navigating the space between being 100% authentic and being academic enough to be reputable in certain spaces without disengaging myself from the people that I'm writing for in the first place. So I think as Black women, that can be irritating and aggravating because it shouldn't be something we really have to think about. But unfortunately, you say the wrong thing in the wrong space and all of a sudden you're that stereotypical Black girl. So I think I've made a lot of headway, but it's a struggle that always comes back when different situations happen. One thing I wish I knew 5 or 10 years ago that I know now is conflict is not the end of the world. I think I spent a lot of time trying to mediate and spare people's feelings, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but when you do that so much that your feelings are not acknowledged by others or even by you yourself, it just puts you in a very unhealthy space. And I think now that I've come into my pro-Black womanist politic, I have the knowledge of self to do that, whether it's a family issue or a romantic issue or a political issue. You navigate them all the same way. When you feel strongly about something, you need to speak up about it. Before I leave this earth, a change I would love to see is our tendency to focus on the negative. And I've been accused of that myself because I talk a lot about the things that are wrong in this world. But I do that as a way to just to help correct them. But I think it's also important to have balance, and I'm trying really hard to remember the good while I advocate for change with what's not good. And I think that we as a society definitely need to do more of that. I just think we have to remember the positive as quickly and share the positive as quickly as we share the negative. There's been a lot of instances of cyberbullying and all type of nonsense, and social media gives us the power to just share our opinions at lightning speed, and we do that, and we don't think about the effect they can have. We just, this is what I think, and I'm gonna scream it from the hilltops, and that's great. I'm the same way, but I don't think enough people are putting any thought into, do I really want to say this way? Is this the best way for me to make this point? Am I gonna hurt this person unnecessarily? Am I listening to the person I'm trying to have dialogue with? Or am I just trying to shove my agenda down their throat? Can I be respectful and be respected after this interaction? I think we need to put more energy into creating positive spaces. Some words of wisdom I'd like to share for the generation coming up behind me is that you're enough. I know that you're not all disrespectful. I know that you're not all so concerned with social media that you don't read books. I know that you're not all this superficial, immature lot that a lot of older people make you out to be. I want you to really go for everything that you want, regardless of the field, regardless of your perceived limitations, because of anything about you that makes you different. Just go for it. Be positive. Encourage others to be positive. Keep positive people around you. Don't be afraid to separate yourself from people who are not positive and who are not for you. And when you recognize that someone is not for you, don't try to convince yourself otherwise. When people show you who they are, believe them. Keep it moving. Just surround yourself with love and positivity. Whatever you want to do, surround yourself with people who want to do that too. And you will be successful. Women's lives matter.